Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Tragedy struck in India Thursday as an Air India flight bound for London with more than 240 people on board crashed shortly after takeoff with no known survivors. The Boeing 787-8 went down in a densely populated neighborhood near the airport, igniting a massive fire and damaging nearby buildings, including what reports say was a medical college hostel. Emergency crews rushed to the scene, battling flames and searching the wreckage as Prime Minister Narendra Modi called the crash heartbreaking beyond words. Air India confirmed 242 passengers and crew were aboard, including nationals from India, the UK, Portugal, and Canada. Authorities are still working to confirm the exact death toll as rescue and recovery efforts continue. The federal government has rehired more than 450 Centers for Disease Control and Prevention employees who were dismissed earlier this spring during a sweeping restructuring at the Department of Health and Human Services, according to internal documents obtained by ABC News. Among the reinstated branches is the National Center for Environmental Health, which had faced backlash for cuts that left Milwaukee schools without federal support amid dangerous lead levels. The move comes amid ongoing lawsuits and mounting criticism from both the scientific community and lawmakers over the initial dismissal of roughly 10,000 CDC, FDA, and NIH employees. Additional programs, including those monitoring occupational safety and infectious diseases like HIV and tuberculosis, were also reinstated this week. Disney is officially taking full control of Hulu, agreeing to pay Comcast NBC's Universal nearly $439 million for its remaining 33% stake in the streaming platform. The move wraps up a lengthy appraisal process that began after Disney announced in late 2023 it would buy out Comcast's share based on a minimum $27.5 billion valuation. While Disney has operated Hulu since 2019, this purchase solidifies complete ownership, allowing deeper integration with Disney Plus and ESPN's upcoming streaming service. The deal is expected to close by July 24th. A new study suggests that women who drink about 2.5 cups of coffee a day while maintaining a healthy lifestyle may enjoy a longer, healthier life. The 30-year study tracked over 47,000 women and found that regular coffee consumption was linked to healthy aging, defined as living beyond age 70 without major chronic illnesses, cognitive decline, or physical impairments. However, researchers say the benefits don't apply to tea or decaf, and while a daily brew may help, health experts caution that too much caffeine, more than 400 milligrams a day, can lead to anxiety or insomnia. A salmonella outbreak tied to a major egg recall has made at least 79 people ill across 7 states, prompting a warning from federal health officials. The CDC says 21 people have been hospitalized after consuming contaminated eggs distributed by the August Egg Company, which has now recalled about 1.7 million brown organic and cage-free eggs sold between February and May. Consumers are urged to check FDA and CDC websites for brand names and codes, dispose of any recalled eggs, and thoroughly disinfect surfaces. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Cooking is the leading cause of home fires. Unattended cooking is the leading cause of these fires and related deaths. Therefore, keep a close eye on your cooking. If you must leave the kitchen, bring a utensil with you as a reminder of your efforts. Set a timer for food taking longer to cook. Turn pot handles towards the back of the stove. Keep a lid nearby when cooking. If a small grease fire starts, slide the lid over the pan and shut off the burner. You can take an active role in your safety. Cooking safety starts with you.
Welcome back. At Monday night's Braintree School Committee meeting, Chair Lisa Fisk-Heeger announced that there will be 2 open seats on the Braintree School Committee up for election this fall, including her own. Fisk-Heeger confirmed she will not be seeking re-election, opening the door for new candidates as residents prepare to head to the polls. Here's more from Mrs. Heeger.
At this time, I just want to remind everyone that there is a local election coming up in November. Every 2 years, 3 school committee seats are on the ballot, and this year one of those seats is mine. I've decided I will not be running for re-election. I'd like to spend more time with my father and my kids and grandkids who live in Central Mass and Florida. So if you would like more information about the local election schedule and the nomination process, please contact the town clerk's office. And meanwhile, I will continue to focus on the work at hand. My current term does not expire until the beginning of January. So I just want to make that announcement tonight.
Monday night's Braintree School Committee meeting also marked a farewell for Superintendent Jim Lee, who was honored by the committee with a congratulatory certificate and thanks for his service. Lee is set to retire at the end of the school year, closing out a notable chapter in Braintree's education leadership. Here's more from the school committee meeting.
As you're all aware, Mr. Lee is retiring at the end of his contract in mid-September. Tonight is his last school committee meeting as our superintendent, as Mr. McDonald officially takes the helm on July 1st. In 2012, I was a member of the Braintree High School Principal Search Committee as a school committee representative and a high school parent volunteer. The search committee enthusiastically and unanimously moved Mr. Lee forward to then Superintendent Dr. Peter Gersberg as he was hired in July of 2012. Excuse me. Excuse me. Mr. Lee served as principal for 5 years under 3 different superintendents, Dr. Kay, Dr. Maureen Murray, and Dr. Frank Hackett. In his role as principal, he came before the school committee as a member of the leadership team numerous times. In July 2017, Dr. Hackett chose to promote from within and appointed Mr. Lee as interim assistant superintendent, and a year later, in July 2018, as assistant superintendent. He served in this role for 3 more years. In July 2021, Dr. Hackett took a position in another district, and the school committee unanimously voted to appoint Mr. Lee as the interim superintendent. 6 months later, in December, he was appointed superintendent. Mr. Lee has worked with 3 superintendents, countless administrators, 3 mayors, and a dozen different school committee members. As superintendent, you have led the district with strength and dignity through some very difficult challenges, including COVID restrictions and the deepest budget cuts we've seen in more than 20 years. I personally appreciate your expertise, your professionalism, your straightforwardness, and your quick wit. Students are always your highest priority. Mr. Lee, you have left us in good hands with Assistant Superintendent Nora Vanaza and Director of Finance and Operations Sarah Kaufman, along with incoming Superintendent Tim McDonald. It has been my pleasure to work with you in all your roles in the Braintree Public Schools, but especially in the last 3.5 years. Thank you for your service and the many contributions to the students in Braintree and to the entire Braintree Public School community. I wish you every success in your future endeavors.
As the school year wraps up at the Braintree High School, it also marks the end of Principal Dr. Scully's time at the school as he prepares to step into a new role with the Lexington Public Schools. After 7 years at Braintree, Dr. Scully will begin his new position as Assistant Superintendent in Lexington on July 1st. He says the opportunity came unexpectedly when he was contacted by Lexington's current superintendent, who previously worked with him in Taunton. Reflecting on his time at Braintree, Dr. Scully expressed deep gratitude, calling it personally and professionally transformative, and crediting the students, families, and staff for shaping his experience at what he described as a place filled with spirit. Braintree is bringing the music back to Sunset Lake this summer with its annual summer concert series hosted by the Braintree Recreation Department. Kicking off June 24th with Curra's Fancy, the lineup will feature crowd favorites including the Reminiscence on July 1st, Wolfpack on July 8th, Gainesville Road on July 15th, the Wiley Brothers on July 22nd, That 60s Band on July 29th, Gino Mark on July 31st, and wraps up with Magic Moments on August 5th. For more details on summer programs, visit the Braintree Recreation Department's website or call 781-794-8900. The Braintree Senior Center is offering a full slate of weekly programs and special events for residents 60 years and older. Weekly offerings include daily fitness classes, men's coffee hour on Mondays, game day on Tuesdays, the Asian outreach group on Wednesdays, and movie day on Fridays. Special one-day events include a Father's Day cookout on June 13th at 12:30 p.m., a day trip to Foster's Restaurant in Maine on June 17th, and bingo on June 18th at 1 p.m. All programs take place at the Braintree Senior Center, and you can call them to sign up at 781-848-1963. The Norfolk County Recovery Fest is coming to Braintree on Saturday, June 14th, offering a free day of music, hope, and community connection. Held from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Braintree Public Safety Complex on Washington Street, the event will feature live performances from local bands, family-friendly activities including a zip line, free food, and a competitive cornhole tournament hosted by the Massachusetts Young People in Recovery. Organized to support those impacted by addiction and to celebrate recovery, the fest will also feature dozens of vendors from the recovery community, offering resources and support. All are welcome to attend this uplifting and informative event. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Breaking news from Thayer Public Library. Our summer reading program is about to transform your summer into the ultimate gaming adventure.
That's right. From June 16th through August 14th, readers of all ages can level up at your library. Summer reading is fun for all ages, from the littlest ones in the family listening to stories and older children reading on their own.
Yes, to teens, adults, and seniors. You can read, you can listen, you can download, it all counts.
Here with us now is our gaming pro to tell you what you may find at the scene of the library's upcoming games extravaganza.
That's right. You can play this game and more at the Epic Games Extravaganza on Thursday, June 26th from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. The entire library will transform into a gaming paradise.
There will be jigsaw puzzles, bingo, giant games like Jenga, video games, and so much more. You can drop in for an hour or stay all day.
There'll be plenty of snacks and drinks on hand to keep your energy levels up while you're having fun at the library.
As our resident gaming expert, I can confirm this summer is going to be epic. But let's break down what level up at your library really means. So reading over the summer is like gaining XP, experience points. The more you read, the higher your level. Log your reading, write reviews, and visit the library to keep up on your leveling.
Right, and remember, reading isn't the only way to level up this summer. We have weekly events, challenges, and prizes for participants of all ages.
Looking forward to outdoor story times at the parks, a puppet show, an event with one-up games, and more. And remember, every Friday from 10 to noon is drop-in family board games and playtime with the library's wonderful teen volunteers on hand to help out.
In this exclusive report, we've learned that readers who join our summer program have shown increased skills in concentration, imagination, and fun having. Teens can level up at your library too, with many activities and events planned to keep them involved over the summer.
The Games Extravaganza kickoff event on June 26th is just the beginning. The entire summer will feature game-themed activities, reading challenges, and adventures for everyone.
Registration begins June 16th. Visit Thayer Public Library in person or check out our website for more details.
Level up at your library.
Yeah.
Thayer Public Library Summer Reading Program, June 16th through August 14th. We can't wait to game with you.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. The Weymouth Food Pantry is holding a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the Feeding the Way Food Pantry bus on Friday, June 20th from 3:30 to 5 p.m. at Weymouth Town Hall. The innovative mobile pantry was created in partnership with the town of Weymouth to tackle transportation barriers and bring fresh, frozen, and shelf-stable food directly to residents in need. Converted from a former school bus, the Pantry on Wheels will operate multiple days a week on a set schedule, offering free groceries to the community. The ribbon cutting will coincide with the town's Food Truck Friday events, featuring food, music, and family fun. Town officials and pantry leaders say the bus is about more than meals. It's about ensuring every neighbor has access to nourishment, dignity, and opportunity. The city of Quincy is gearing up to celebrate its 74th annual Flag Day on Saturday, June 14th, with a full evening of patriotic festivities. The celebration kicks off at 6 p.m. with a parade featuring bands, floats, specialty units, and youth groups. The route begins at the intersection of Hancock and Hannon Parkway, continues through Quincy Center, and wraps up at Adams Field via Marymount Parkway. At 8 p.m., a special ceremony honoring service members and the American flag will take place at Pageant Field, followed by a fireworks show at 9 p.m. Looking for some summer fun? Randolph is hosting 2 exciting community events and everyone is invited. First up, Randolph Day is happening on Saturday, June 21st from 1 to 3 p.m. at the Zapusas Arena parking lot on North Street. The afternoon will be packed with family-friendly activities including touch-a-truck, community tables, safety demos, a foam party, food trucks, and more. No registration is required. Then on Thursday, July 3rd, don't miss the night before the 4th, parade and fireworks. The parade kicks off on North Main Street and the fireworks show follows right after. For more information, visit randolph-ma.gov. A piece of South Shore military history is being brought back to life as the Shea Naval Aviation Museum prepares to reopen on Flag Day, June 14th in Weymouth. Housed in a distinctive white concrete building with a wing-like roofline, the museum honors the legacy of Naval Air Stations South Weymouth and Squantum. Volunteers, many of them veterans or relatives of those who served, have been working tirelessly to restore the space after it closed in 2017. The museum, rich with artifacts and stories from the Cold War and World War II eras, aims to preserve a patriotic chapter of aviation history that once played a key role in monitoring Russian submarines off the New England coast. Red Line riders can expect more delays this month as the MBTA continues scheduled signal upgrade work along the Braintree branch. Shuttle buses replaced train service between Braintree and JFK UMass this past weekend, and that same change will return the weekend of June 14th and 15th. Free and accessible shuttle buses will serve all stops along the affected route, and riders are advised to allow extra travel time. As an alternative, passengers can use the Fall River, New Bedford, Kingston, and Greenbush commuter rail lines for fare-free service to and from Braintree, Quincy Center, JFK UMass, and South Station. The MBTA says the upgrades will improve signal reliability and overall Red Line performance. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment.
Braintree Baseball wins in the round of 4 versus King Philip in a commanding victory 8-3 to move on to the state championship. Let's see some highlights from that game. This was a game filled with hitting by Braintree. Their first coming off the bat of Donnelly, who was then able to steal 2 bags and then was hit in by Greaves on an RBI triple.
He's got a chance for 3 bags. Hits second. Here he goes to third. And Greaves has given Braintree the lead here in the first.
King Philip's first run comes off an RBI single that got away from Canavan at first, which allowed another run to score.
First, and it can't be caught by Canavan. That one gets away, and the runner will score.
In the top of the second inning, Joyce hit a long double that if he was playing at home, probably would have been a home run.
And Joyce hammers this one out towards center field. Sharply hit. It's over his head a mile wide. That's a home run at Braintree High School, but here he's thinking about 3 bases. He will stop there.
He was then hit in by King, who sent the ball right through the center of the defense.
Center field, a base hit. Joyce rounds third. Here comes the throw to the plate, and the throw's not going to be in time. He scores.
Grieve had trouble on the mound in the third, hitting 2 batters and walking 2 others, even walking in 1 run. But Braintree's defense was able to turn a double play to get them out of the inning.
First, they turn the double play.
Braintree had a huge 5th inning after a King Philip pitching change. They scored 4 runs. Greaves brought in 2 on a single, and Rogers brought in 2 more on a triple.
A 2-run hit from Grieve again. 2-run advantage here in the top of the 5th. Pitch on the way to Rogers. This one out to right center field. Hit well. Back towards the gap. And it's going to get away. The runner's going to score from second. The runner in the outfield is hurt. The right fielder, as Rogers comes all the way to third, he will stop there. And this game has changed in a blink of an eye.
In the bottom of the 6th inning, Donnelly hit a ball over the center fielder's head, leading to a triple. He was then brought in off an RBI single from Brooks.
Second, he's getting to third. Donnelly with a start of a triple to start this inning. He has been excellent. This Braintree offense is unstoppable here today. Brooks in the air. Center field is going to be a difficult play to get to. It's not going to be caught. Nothing can be done right in this game by King Philip.
Braintree goes on to play in the state championship game at Polar Park in Worcester versus the 14th seed Chelmsford. That game will happen Friday the 13th. Unfortunately, due to MIA rules, BCAM will not be able to cover that game live, but you can catch it on Monday the 15th or Tuesday the 16th. Now let's send it back to Martha in the studio.
Thanks, Chris. Now here's some entertainment recommendations. First, How to Train Your Dragon follows a Viking boy named Hiccup who defies centuries of tradition by befriending a dragon named Toothless. Together, they must navigate the delicate path toward peace, soaring beyond the boundaries of their worlds and redefining what it means to be a hero and a leader. The film stars Mason Thames and Gerard Butler. You can watch How to Train Your Dragon now in theaters. Up next, Materialist follows a young New York City matchmaker whose lucrative business begins to get complicated as she finds herself torn between the perfect match and her imperfect ex. The film stars Dakota Johnson and Chris Evans. You can watch Materialist now in theaters. And finally, The Life of Chuck is a film based on Stephen King's novella. It follows Charles Krantz as he experiences the wonder of love, the heartbreak of loss, and the multitudes contained in all of us. The film stars Tom Hiddleston and Mia Sara. You can watch The Life of Chuck now in theaters. That'll do it for news today. Remember, if you're a customer of Verizon, you can watch BCAM TV in high definition on channel 2128. You can also now see us in high definition on Comcast on channel 1073. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll see you next time.